So reading, guys, we last week, as we discussed, that reading is a section which will be individually timed. That means a single time section. That timing for the reading will be 32 to 40 minutes, right? There won't be individual timer for any of the question in the reading, and there will be 15 to 20 independent and integrated item types here, right? And there will be 5 set of the question item types you will be doing in the reading part. So we last week practiced fill-ups, that's with the reading and writing fill-ups, and then filling in the blanks only. So today we will be practicing the all remaining 3 item types here, which is reorder paragraph, MCQ multiple answer, and MCQ single answer. So just talking about the first one, and we will be starting with the reorder paragraph, where actually we need more time to do what? Understanding it and just understanding all the techniques, how we can find the things here. All right, so reorder paragraph. So there will be several text boxes appear on screen in random order, right? In one box, in one bigger box, there will be small boxes, and the text will be written in the form of sentences in that. And those sentences, they won't be in the right order. They will be jumbled out there. They will be in random out there. That means maybe I just want to make you hear a story, and I got total 5 sentences for the story, but I'm not starting with the first sentence. What I'm doing, I'm just starting with the third sentence, getting to 5th one, then coming back to first one, then I'm saying the third sentence, and then second one, right? Or fourth, or the second one. So this is how the sentences will be. They will be in random order. Now I have given you the task, like for this story, these are the 5 sentences I'm providing to you. Now according to your knowledge, you have to just make it into the right order. That means you have to rearrange all the sentences in the correct order as 1 to 5, right? So this is the task here in reorder paragraph. You will be having 5 sentences max, or you can also have the 4 sentences as well to arrange them in the right order. The skill assessed here is reading only. The prompt length will be, the text is up to 150 words, right? So 150 words will be the text. That means the sentences, the words in there, that will be around 150. And how to solve this item type? So basically, technically, how we can solve this item type? There are 2 ways. Like definitely there will be boxes. Just let me show you the picture. And many of you already know this. So these are the smaller boxes in a one bigger box. And there is another box, one bigger box is given on the right hand side as well. One thing, how technically you can answer, you can simply pick one option. That means click one option, drag it, drop it here. Pick second one, drag it, drop it here. So they will just ultimately settle down in the order, whichever order you are giving to the options. Or another thing, just click the option and click this blue arrow pointing into the right direction, and that option will come to this box on the right hand side, right? And if you want to send that option back to the left box because you feel like, no, this is not right, I need to pick other option, then maybe better you just clicking that option in this box again, clicking this right directed arrow or left directed arrow, and that option will come back to this box. But the easiest way is just dragging the option to the right place, right? Why it is more easy? Because this is like how you will be just selecting it, looking into the arrows and then clicking the arrows. So better is just hold this option, drag it and drop here, right? And even if you want to shuffle the option up and down in this given box only, the arrows are available again, but same way as the way you're just dragging and dropping the option, same way you can move the options up and down. Maybe I'm just clicking this third number. Suppose there is an imagine there is a third number option. I just thought like, no, this is going to be the independent sentence, the first sentence. I'm dragging it 2 position up and dropping it there, so it will come to the first position. So this is the most convenient way. It will save the time as well. So follow this way. Otherwise the arrows are available, you can see as per their direction. You can move the option up and down, right and left, right? So these are the two technical ways to answer the question that you should be knowing, right? Then read all the text boxes quickly before you start reordering them. Now we got 5 sentences. Suppose what we have to do, firstly we have to quickly read all the things, because definitely that's how we can understand what this text is about, what this story is about, and who is the subject of the story, right? That's how we can only come to know. Subject means we are talking here about the first sentence of the sentences given, so that we can make it give it a first position, and we can score that 1 mark alone for the independent sentence, right? So first sentence is also called as independent sentence. If you're able to find the independent sentence alone, you will be getting 1 mark. But other than that, all the marks, how you will be getting that, you know, that you will be getting in pairs only, for making the right pairs. So if anybody wants to know about that numbering thing, how will you getting score here and not aware of about the same, can raise the hand if it's good with everyone. So I won't be describing it right now. Okay, so fine. So quickly going into that, how you will be receiving the scores here. Okay, so I got sentences which are written as A, B, C, D, and E. So these are the 5 sentences, right? And the right order of the sentences, that means the right order of the story is C, E, D, B, A, right? And I thought that my answer is C, and then I saw D, then I thought B, then I thought A, and then I thought E, right? So this is the sentences given to me by the examiner. This is the right order. That means this is the right order of the sentences. But this is my answer. This I thought is the right order. So how you getting marks now? See here. So this is like for the first sentence, like this is the first sentence, C is the first sentence. If you get that sentence right, you will get 1 mark, right? And after that, you will be getting marks in pair. So CE is the right pair, so 1 mark for that. After that, ED is another pair, right? 1 mark for this, right? DB is another pair, 1 mark for this, and BA is the last pair, and 1 mark for this. The total potential of this question is 5 marks, right? Now, as per my answer, see, I got this sentence right. I will be getting 1 mark for the same, because first sentence can alone give you 1 mark regardless of the right pair or not. Now you see, CD is not a right pair. It is CE, right? So I'll be getting 0 mark here. Then DB. Now I have to go and see if DB is a pair. Yes, DB is a pair, but it is on the 3rd position, and here I am writing it on the 2nd position. But that doesn't matter, but still I'll be receiving 1 mark for that, because I just made that pair right. Then the next pair I made is BA. Okay, then BA is a pair, which is last one, but I just made it on a 3rd position, but that won't matter. I will be still receiving 1 mark. Then last pair I made is AE. AE is no pair. We cannot, you know, in a opposite direction, we cannot look into pairs. We have to look in the forward direction only. But again, AE is no pair. So I'll be receiving, sorry, I'll be receiving 0 mark for that. Right. Now the total score for my answer is 1, 2, 3. So I'll be getting 3 out of 5. It's understood? Harshita, is it understood? It's clear to you how the marking is given?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So it's like first sentence, and suppose if you have given the answer and you have written instead of C, you have written here, suppose, let's suppose you have written E. Now E is not the right sentence. So this 1 mark will become 0 for you. In that case, score will be 2. I'm just giving an example, because here is again, suppose I have put C here, so the score will totally change. Now E 0, DB yes, here it will be 1 mark. right? BA, yeah, here it will be 1 mark, but then AC, no, there is no mark, so 0 here. So ultimately I'll be getting only 2 marks. So this is how the marking is given in the reorder paragraph. So the more right pair you are making, the more marks you can get, even when those pair are not actually on that particular position, but they are there in the order, so you still receive marks. So that's why the marking criteria is set in the pairs. Otherwise, if it's based on individual sentence, so definitely you won't be able to score any good marks here, right? So this is why they give marks in pair, except first sentence, which they say independent sentence. If you get that right, you will get 1 mark for that one individual sentence only. Other than that, you will be receiving marks on the pairs. Now, after reading the text boxes, you have to use the keywords to form an overall idea of what the original text is about. So definitely when you are reading, and after that you have to see, okay, now this is about, suppose this is about the science and technology, and they are talking about the mobile phones. So basically the mobile phone is the subject in the sentence, so that means that sentence is going to be the first sentence. So we have to look which sentence can stand alone, which sentence is independent. That sentence is going to be at the first place, and it's very important to find it because it alone can give you 1 mark. Now, after you have found the independent sentence, start finding the links with the independent sentence. Now they have mentioned mobile phone has many features, including camera, video recording, and audio recording, right? And the next sentence, which is at the 5th position, it is saying the recordings which they can be transferred into another forms of the message, and they can be sent to the they can send it through the email as well. Suppose this is the 5th sentence. Now they're talking about the recordings in regards to the mobile phones. 5th sentence is also talking about the recording, further elaborating it. So this is giving us a link. So here we just picked a subject, which is recording. So there is an explanation to that recording. That recording can be sent through the email as well in any other form, right? So that means this is going to be our second sentence. So this is how you're gonna find the links. Always find a subject in the sentence and look which sentence is explaining that subject. This is how you will be forming more right pairs, right? Now, link finding can be in many ways. It can be just with the subject and explanation combo. This is one thing. Another thing that you can look for the pronouns. Suppose they're talking about mobile, and the next sentence states it has many features. So it is referring to mobile phone. So there is again a link, right? This also help you. Suppose this is about a person. They're talking about, as I normally give example, let's say place. They're talking about Australia. It's a beautiful country. It has many beaches, right? Now again, it is referring to Australia. So here there is a link with the pronoun. I can find the link here. It has many beaches. Now the next sentence is beaches are of different sizes. Some are small, some are large. So this sentence is talking about the beaches. Now then another sentence which can be the following to that, which has explanation of the beaches. So beaches are of many sizes. Some are small, some are big, right? So this is how you're gonna find the independent link, and after that you keep on looking for the links in the sentences. Sometimes we also can look for the time sequence. Time sequence, like some events they given in the past, then something they have mentioned the present situation of that situation of that subject, and then they're talking about the future of that thing, right? So this is how they will be talking about the different things in those 5 sentences, and we have to make the right sequence out of that. And think about the overall structure. So when you're done with the things, then just look around. What is the overall structure you have framed? Is it the right way to write this story? If it's right, then it's good, right? And if nothing is working, then you can use trial and error. That means pick one sentence, find some other sentence, and see if they're just giving any sense, if they are representing any links in between, right? So this is the way you can just look into the sentences. But better if you go after the tricks and tips first, which is independent, then links, then subject explanation combos, right? So these are the things you will be looking into the sentences. Now this is an example right? So 3 sentences, as I told you, the independent sentence, it's very easy to find. How? Because it says the other historical link. So this is something which is explaining something further, right? This can't be the first thing because it needs something to be written before it. It says the other historical link, so it needs something written before it where they're talking about the first historical link or the previous historical link, something like that, right? Halloween is the holiday celebrated each year on October 31. Now the second sentence is the sentence which can stand alone. It doesn't need any sentence to be written prior to that so that I can infer its meaning, right? It is simply, it's complete in its own sense, that Halloween is a holiday. It is celebrated each year and it is celebrated on October 31. So this is the independent sentence, and this is how you can look for the independent sentences which can stand alone, which doesn't need any subject to be mentioned before so that it's behaved like an explanation to that subject, right? So it's like they can stand alone, they can be the first sentence, and after that the whole story will follows, right? So it's saying Halloween, and this sentence stating that it is related. So they're talking about the Halloween is related. So this is finding the link with the help of pronoun or with the help of subject explanation combo. So this is a subject, this is an explanation to that, right? And then you see this is the first link they have mentioned, and then comes the other historical link. So this is first link, it is related to, then the other historical link come from the 8th century. So this is how we can find the right order by looking into the subject and explanation, and then also with the help of the links. And links comes in variant form. First, as we discussed, they comes in the pronoun form like Mr. Robert, and then they're talking about he. Then they can come into the article form as well. How? So it is like some sentences talking about 15,000 women, and after that there is a sentence written which is talking about the women. So the is referred to the same group of the women. So that means this is the right pair. When you are finding the right pairs, ultimately you will be receiving more marks. So just target on finding the more right pairs. So, and sometimes they're talking about aeroplane. Suppose this is any vowel word, and there is a sentence which is mentioning or starting and dash, something like that. So you know that now this is a link to that sentence because that's a vowel word. This is a further explanation with the help of the article and. Same goes to the word is like, suppose they just talking about anything. You take example 15,000 women. You take example of the 7 continents, right? So suppose here they are just mentioning the 7 continents, and the next sentence they're mentioning the continents are serving. So it's like those again referring to those 7 continents. So this is another link. So this is how you can find the links in the sentences and you can give them the right order. Signal words, like also additionally, one piece of information is mentioned and another sentence come with writing additionally or also. So that means they are adding up to the whatever we have mentioned. So adding up to that idea, adding up to that explanation. So this is also, then it gives us the right order. Okay, now after this sentence I have to add this more information. I will be picking up this sentence with written additionally in that, with the written also in that. They signal that another example or another reason is being added, right? Then other signal words are however and but. Now they have mentioned Australia is a beautiful country. However, the weather conditions are very harsh. Now they're talking about Australia only, like being beautiful, but there is something they're mentioning that weather conditions is very, very harsh, right? So this is however, it is again a signal word which can tell you there is a link between these two sentences. This signal change or contrast, and something we are just giving contradictory detail to something, we can look around for this link very easily. Time sequence, all right, so just concentrate here on this part. So sometimes the sentences are given in these two structures. They're starting in the past, moving forward in the time, and they're ending in the present. Suppose they're talking about the illiteracy rate in the past, what will be the future of it, and right now what government is doing, right? So this sort of the sentences you need to look into the time sequence of them. sometimes this something is starting in the present, that right now the historical buildings, they are preserved and government taking initiative, right? But in the past there were no initiatives by the government, right? And we and it is hoped that by the year this and that there will be more historical buildings which will be preserved, right? And maybe it is ending in the future, and as the new policies are regularly adding into the prevention of the historical buildings, right? So suppose this sort of the sentence, it will also, these are we call time sequence sentence, which where there is a sequence of the events happening in concern with the time. So we can write them in two structures, like these are the two structures mentioned here, right? And take help of the helping verbs there, was, were, will, shall, is, right? So that it tells you which form of the tense it is, and definitely it tell you that it is present, past or future, right? And sometime will have. So these all words will be indicating which time sequence the events are happening and what could be the possible right sequence of all the events, right? It's like I'm not specifically writing these questions. I'll just pick up examples randomly. And there
Okay.
are questions where we are just doing the time sequence, but we not knowing it that this is the time sequence we're doing. Maybe we're using the link statement, the subject, and then mentioning of the link, right? I got 5
Okay.
questions for today as well. Let's see if something
Okay.
like that happen.
Yeah, no, because sometimes like for when I try, it's like always I mean very, very
Mhm.
confusing when I see that. So I was so
Let's see with today's example. Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
So these are the structure. Find the subject, add details, explanation, and if any examples are given, right? Or another structure says subject, add details, then action, then more details, and a result of the action. Start with the journal sentence, introduce a problem and a solution. So you see any of the period or paragraph you will be doing, these will be the 3 possible structures of those reordering paragraphs. Like maybe it goes with this structure, with this, right? So as more and more you questions you will be practicing, the more variant kind of the sentences you will be looking into, and you will be giving them the right sequence, and it will definitely polish up your skills for the same very item type. Trial and error, we know that if nothing is seems working, then this is the last thing you can opt. Like just pick one option, see if it's working. If these two sentences are going well together, they're gelling up, adding information, it's good. Otherwise remove it, pick another sentence and fix it up there, right? All right, so this is now we will be getting into the practice of the same. Let me stop it here and move it to the practice question. Okay, so here on the screen is the first question. It got 4 sentences. Scrutiny by the news media shamed many developed countries into curbing their bad practices. Although the system is far from perfect, it is certainly more transparent than it was when foreign aid routinely helped ruthless dictators stay in power. Today, the projects of organizations like the World Bank are meticulously inspected by watchdog groups. At the beginning of 1990s, foreign aid had begun to slowly improve. So you see, here we got the time as well. So let's do this one. It got 4 sentences. So that means we are making 4 pairs. So give your answer, read them, what each sentence is saying. Look into the combination of the subject and then explanation of that subject. Look into the pronouns, how pronouns are explaining the things further. I haven't received a single answer, guys. Hurry up. This seems difficult. I got them A, B, C, D. I better you send answers in pairs. Don't send answer in the single. Just maybe mentioning the alphabets. Make pairs. Like suppose if I say how to make pairs, I will be writing A, B, B, C, C, D. So there will be 3 pairs, right? And 1 mark for the first sentence if you're finding it correct. Yes, that's right. Okay, so I got the Manpreet answer. Let me see it. Sorry. Sukhdeep, make them the pairs of the answer. All right. Very good. There are many answers now. Let me check them for you. All right. So here we go with the answers. Okay, so the the answers given by the, first of all, who said the answer? Manpreet. Okay, Manpreet, your answer states, okay, first sentence is right, so 1 mark for that. Then it is not the right pair. The second pair is, it's not right. No, it's not right. And last pair, it's not right either. So it's 1 mark for you. Lok, your answer. First sentence is right, and then the second sentence is wrong. So 1 mark for the first sentence, but after that first pair is not right, and the second pair. So second pair you have given us like that. No, it's not right either. And the last pair, it is right. So 1 mark for that. So 2 marks out of 4, Lok. And Sukhdeep, it's not in pair. First give me answer in pair. Okay, Shifa, it's the first sentence is not right. No mark for that. Of course, the pair is not right. The second pair, it says no, it's not right. And the last pair, it's not right either. No, it's 0 mark. Binod, the first sentence is right. And first pair is wrong, 1 mark. Then the second pair, it says wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. And the last pair, it's right. So 2 marks to you, Binod. Taran, your answer. First pair and first sentence is wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. And then the second one, it is wrong too. And the last one, it's wrong too. So 0 mark, Taran. Kimberly, first pair and sentence is wrong. The second one, it is wrong too. And the last one, it is wrong too. So no mark, 0 mark. Ashmita, first one, it's wrong. I mean sentence and pair both. The second pair, it is wrong too. And the last pair, it is right. So 1 mark for that, only 1 mark. And Sukhdeep, you're not getting me, but okay, I'm fine. I'm checking your answer, but this is not the way to send them. Okay, first sentence is not right, Sukhdeep. And the first pair, it is not right either. The second pair is not right, and the last pair, it is right. So Sukhdeep, 1 mark. Okay, so these are the answers you are sending the second time now, Taran, Binod, Manpreet. So Taran, this time, first sentence is right, but not the pair. 1 mark. The second pair, it says it's not right. And the last one, it's not right either. And Binod, first is right and first pair is right. 2 marks. Yeah, second is right too. 3 marks. Last one is right too. 4 marks. All the 4 marks, Binod, this time. Manpreet, first is right sentence, but not the pair. And after that, yeah, 1 mark only. Harshita, your answer is right. So you got all the 4 marks. Okay, so not many of you got this answer. So here the first sentence goes as D. At the beginning of the 1990s, foreign aid had begun to slowly improve. It's talking about the foreign aid, right? Then the next sentence goes like, scrutiny by the news media shamed many developed countries into curbing their bad practices, right? This is going to be the second sentence. So it says DA, right? Then today, the projects of organizations like the World Bank are meticulously inspected by watchdog groups, right? Which says C, DAC. And then, although the system is far from perfect, it is certainly more transparent than it was when foreign aid routinely helped ruthless dictators stay in power. This is one thing which you say time sequence. Everyone can hear me, right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Raman, I think, your audio is maybe not connected. Let me check it. Yeah, your audio is not connected. It says connecting to audio. It's connected now. Raman, can you hear me now? I think yes.
Yes, ma'am. Now
All right. So the right answer is D, A, C, and B. And Harshita got it. Very good. And Binod got it, but in the second go. And other than that, I guess no one, right? Okay, so understand this one. It is says beginning. It's the foreign aid had begun to slowly improve. Then scrutiny by news media shamed many developed countries into curbing their bad practices. And today, the project of organizations like the World Bank are meticulously inspected by watchdog groups. And although the system is far from perfect, it is certainly more transparent than it was when foreign aid routinely helped ruthless dictators stay in power. So this is the first question. Now comes the second one. It again have the 4 options. So just look into this one now. A, B, C, and D. Look into the sentences carefully. The timings are mentioned here as well, but it's not with every sentence. Okay, Lok can't hear me as well. Lok, can you please say something? Oh, I need to type it in the box. Say something so that I can I see if I can hear you. Come on. You need to say something so that I just want to know that if you are audible to me or not. If you're saying right now, I'm not able to hear you. Just type the message maybe. Okay, look, do one thing. Join again. Rejoin, I mean. So I think it'll work for you. Okay, so Ashmita, your answer. It's not right. The first sentence and the first pair is not right. And second pair, it's not right. And the last pair, it's like it says, okay, last pair is right. And same goes to Vinod. 1 mark to you as well, 1 mark to Ashmita as well. And Manpreet. Okay, Lok, can you hear me now?
Yes, Aman. Thank you.
All right. Sometime, it's like bad connectivity, so you have to rejoin. Okay, now this is the question. Start doing it. Okay, Manpreet, your answer? It's really hard to make the pairs again and again. Okay, so the first pair and the first sentence is right, 2 marks. The next is right, 3 marks. Last is right, 4 marks. Very good, Manpreet. This is all correct. And Taran, the pair is right, but this is not at the right position. 1 mark. The second pair is wrong, and third pair is right. So 2 marks, Taran. Sukhdeep, you need to understand. Make pairs. If you're writing as your answer as DC, so DC is 1 pair, give a comma. Then CB is another pair, give a comma. Then BA is another pair. So this is called making pairs of the sentences. And answer from Kimberley. The first sentence is right, but the pair is not right. 1 mark. The second pair, it's right. 2 marks. and the last pair is not right. So 2 marks to Kimberly. Harshita, the first sentence is right, so 1 mark for that. Pair is not right. The second pair, it's not right. No, it's not right. And the last pair, it's not right. So 1 mark. And Shifa, the first sentence is not right. And the pair is right. So the pair is right. Yeah. So it's like 1 mark here for writing the right pair. And the second pair you have made, it's not right. It's not right. The last pair, it says, okay, fine. So 2 marks, Shifa. 2 pairs are correct. And Lok, no, it's not right, the first one. The second one is like, no, it's not right either. And the last one, that's right. So 1 mark. Taran, okay, this is second time you're sending the answer. Oh, let me say the answers first. Raman. Okay, Raman, the first pair you have made there is right. The second pair, I mean, the first sentence is but not right. It's just the pair is right. So 1 mark. The second pair you have framed. This is not right. Yeah, this is not right. And the last pair you have made, that's right too. So 2 marks. And Taran, your answer now. Okay, the first pair is right. Second is, okay, this is all correct now. Same goes to Kimberly. This is all correct now, but you guys need to send the answer in first go right, not in the second go. So the answer sent, the right answer sent by Manpreet in the first go. Yeah. Okay, so guys, the answer here for question number 2, which sent by one student, correct, which is B is the first sentence. During the 1920 and 30, they're talking about the beginning, they're talking about the time then when the great progress was made in the field of aviation, right? So B is the first sentence where they're talking about the two incursion of the two transatlantic flights, one that and one that, and this is the first sentence, right? And after that, B, D, one of the most successful design of this period during 1920 and 30. So B, and then comes the D, because they're talking about that particular period in the sentence, like which become the most profitable, carrying passenger something. So this is B and D. After that, D, it's C, right? By the beginning of World War II, many towns and cities had built airports and there was numerous qualified pilots available, right? So it says B, D, and then D, C, and C. And after that, the war brought many innovations to aviation, including the first jet aircraft and the first liquid fuel rocket. So you see, if you just look into that, it also got a time sequence event. They're talking about the past thing, right? They're then talking about coming into the, they're coming toward from past, they're coming towards the present now. Like this time we got these things like jet aircraft, liquid fueled rockets and everything. So that's how it all coming into the picture. It got the time sequence as well. Okay, look, this is the answer you sent. Okay, so answer I already told, look, it's BD, DC and CA. That's the answer. B, D, D, C and CA. So your 2 pairs are right, so 2 marks to you. All right. Okay, so this is done. The third number question is here. It got the 4 options again. All right. Here you go with this one. So got one answer. And that's from Taran. So Taran, the answer you have sent me. Okay, this is not right. The first pair you have mentioned, either the first sentence. The second pair, it's not right either. And the last pair, it is not right. Okay, it's not right. 0 marks, Taran. And whosoever his mic is turned up and it's having background noise, kindly turn that off. Look again, Taran. This is not correct. Okay, Sukhdev got your answer, and the first sentence is right, but the pair is not right, 1 mark. And the next one is right, 2 marks. Third one, how many pairs you have made here? This is going to be only 3 pairs. You have given how many pairs? 4 pairs. How could this possible with the 4 sentences? 4 sentences, 3 pairs. Two marks, Sukhdeep, and I don't know how you have mentioned the pair, but yeah. And Harshita, you also have to give answer in pairs. This is not the pairs you are making. You're just giving me the options. I'm saying again and again, you guys give to answer in the pairs. How can I just decide your marks, just counting on down your pairs every time you're sending a single answer? It's not possible at times. So just give answer in pairs, type them in pairs. So that's how you will be getting marks in the final exam as well. And Taran, the second answer you have sent me, again, this is not right. Okay, the second pair is right and the last pair is right. 2 marks. And Shifa, your answer, the first the first pair you sent, this is not right. The second pair, it is right to 1 mark. And yeah, the last is also right. So it will give you 2 marks in total. Harshita, the first mark and first sentence and first pair is not right. And the second pair, it's not right. And the last pair is not right. So it's not right. 0 mark. And Lok, not right. The second, it's not right. The last, 1 mark. Right. Ashmita, 4 marks, all correct. Raman, 2 marks for the first pair and first sentence. And the second one, it is not right. And of course, this last one is not right. So 2 marks. Kimberly, the first sentence and pair is not right. The second pair, it's right. So 1 mark. And the last pair is right. So 2 marks. Vinod, second pair, 1 mark. Oh, sorry. It's not right. Okay, nothing is right here. Nothing is right here. 0. So I got answer which is right, and it's only from Ashmita with all the 4 options correct. Okay, so it says here, first sentence is the C, where it says Walmart's core shoppers are running out of money much faster than a year ago due to the rising gasoline prices, and the retail giant is worried. CEO Mike Duke said Wednesday, right? So this is the first sentence. Okay, if this is the first sentence, can you please tell me which is going to be the next one?
B.
Is it right, guys? You have made the right pairs, but not the right sentences. Can you please let me know if this is right?
D.
D. Okay, so one said D, one said B. Okay, and Ashmita, What is the right sentence here?
B, ma'am.
And why it's B? Why it's B? Or you just made a guess work?
No, ma'am. That C sentence is followed by B because of that. They are talking about gasoline prices, and he also mentioned in the B about the fuel prices, ma'am,
This
at
is
the end
one
of the
clue you are
sentence.
talking about, and that's right, that Walmart core shoppers are running out of money, which is much faster than a year ago due to the rising gasoline prices, and the retail giant is worried. And who is that? That COE Mike Duke said Wednesday, right? Now we are saying we is a pronoun. It's a link to the sentence that we are worried. So there is a statement given by the COE Mike Duke, right? The giant, which is a retail giant, right? And they're saying we seeing core consumer. So they are talking about core shoppers in the C. They're talking about core consumers under a lot of pressure. Duke said at an event in New York. And then again, rising price of gasoline, and there is no doubt that rising fuel prices are having an impact. So basically, the B sentence is again a paraphrasing of the same one. They just, the same person, Duke, he just expanding the same thing in the B paragraph. So C leads to B paragraph. So you see here, there is a link with the two same things. Then C, B, and after that comes the A. Lately, they are running out of money and somebody's mic is turned up and having a lot of noise. Can you please unmute? Oh, can you please mute that? Whosoever mic is turned up. Thank you very much. Lately, they are running out of money at a faster clip, he said. So he who? It's about Duke only. So he said. Purchases are really dropping off by the end of month, even more than last year, Duke said. This month end of purchases cycle is growing to be a concern, right? So this is going to be the next sentence. And after that, what we left with? The last one, which is D here, which says Walmart shoppers, many of whom live paycheck to paycheck, typically shop in bulk at the, this is explanation, right? Purchases are really dropping off the by the end of the month, even more than last year. This end of month cycle is growing to be a concern, and this is an explanation that where many Walmart shopper who live by paycheck, that means they typically shop in bulk at the beginning of the month when their paychecks come in. So this is how the link is framed here. Why can't D be the first sentence?
Yeah, I was
How can D be the first sentence? It says Walmart
because
shop.
it's telling you that they shop paycheck to paycheck, so it's like
So if you're making this one, it is as a first sentence. So and after that, where you are mentioning the A sentence in the sequence.
at the last because it said lately, so I was
Yes, that's why I have
So
choose D
as I
because
told
at
you,
the
these
beginning.
words never tell you that lately is or lately or as a result. Resulting sentence can be in anywhere in the sentence. You know this thing, right? This is not to be go by only after one word. You need to look into the same thing because they're talking about the purchases are dropping and end of month trend is a concern, right? So end of month trend is concern, and where is an explanation for the same thing? It's there in the D sentence. So you cannot make the A sentence as the last sentence because it actually have an explanation. What I told you, subject, and if there is an explanation to subject, so this is the main combo you need to follow. You cannot mark the whole sentence just focusing on lately only. Lately
The
is never
same I
symbol
did.
of going with the as a resulting kind of thing or something like that. It is not like that.
okay.
Because lately, where it says it is an introduction of something which is going to be conclusive. Nothing like that, right? And you see, they're talking about this end of month purchasing cycle is going to be a concern, something like that. So it is actually explaining that why it is end of month, because typically shop in bulk at the beginning, so they live paycheck by paycheck. This is an explanation of this trend, why the these sales are dropping by the end of the month, because they got their checks and they buy in the beginning. So this is an explanation of the same very thing, so that's why it can't be there.
Okay.
All right, and moving to the next one and the last one for this. This got 5 and quite easy. Very simple sentences in there. So here you know that how many pairs you're gonna make? How many pairs you will be making here, guys?
4, ma'am.
4, yes. Now it has, okay, so this is to understand when there are 5 sentences, we're making 4 pairs. When there are 4 sentences, we're making 3 pairs. Okay, now do this question. Okay, here we go with the answer given by Vinod first. So as per your answer, Vinod, we got 5, right? Okay, so the first sentence you have written is right. 1 mark for that. And pair is not right. Second pair, it's not right. And the third pair, not right. Last pair is right. So 2 marks, Vinod. And Ashmita, pair and sentence is right, 2 marks. Okay, that's right, 2, 3 marks. 4 marks, 5 marks. Very good. It's all correct, Ashmita, 5 marks. And Manpreet, 2 marks, 3 marks, and that's it. So it says 3 marks here, Manpreet. And Sukhdeep, your answer 2 marks, 3, and that's it. 3 marks, Sukhdeep. Taranjot, Taran, your answer, I got it. It says, all right. So 3 marks, and then 3 marks, yeah, in total, Taran. And Harshita, your answer. And second pair, no, it's not right either. And third pair, not right. Last pair, not right. No, it's not right, Harshita. Shifa, it's 1 and 2 marks, 3 marks, 4 marks, and 5. So Shifa, it's all 5 marks here. All the pairs are right. Very nice. Kimberly, 3 marks, and that's it. Raman, all the 5 marks. Very good, guys. Okay, Ashmita, Shifa, and Raman. Guys, great. This is all correct in first go. Very nice. Very nice.
Could you tell me which pairs are right? I don't know which pairs are right. So
First 3. First 3 means you know that 1 mark is for the first sentence, and then 2 pairs. All right. Okay, if anybody's sending answer, kindly send it now. All right, guys, you see here, so majority got the first sentences right. But again, yeah. So first sentence is C, which is there are more than 100 schools in the country. After that, it's B, right? CB. Do not ever choose a school without going to the place and have a look. You should go and see once you have a chance. CB is the first pair, first sentence C. So 2 marks for the same. Who did give this as the right answer? Then after B, it's A. You can see the facilities and accommodation around the school, because this is, you are talking about that you should go and see. So this is seeing the facilities and accommodation around the school, right? So it says C, B, and B, A. Now A leading to E, because you might be living there. Why you will be looking into the facilities and accommodation around the school, you might be living there. And E, and they can be helpful in your studies as well. So this is an what we say word indicator, adding into a detail. So adding into a detail cannot be the first sentence, and then I'll be saying because you might be living there. You see why it is not DE, why it's CD? But because it says and they can also be helpful. They can also they can be helpful in your studies as well. As well is additive detail, right? If you're going after this sentence first and then writing because you might be living there, you feel like this is going to give you a right sequence? No, because first one detail and then I can only add other detail, right? So that's why you can choose between DE, which is going to be the first and which is going to be the second one, where you actually messed up. I hope you get that. Right, guys? So we know here it's C, B, A, E, and D. So this one easy. It's just that I got all right. It's with everyone. Like Tan did the same mistake. Same goes to Kimberly, and there are many. But yeah, there are still people who just mention the first sentence as after that it says D. You need to look into the links, guys. Only then you can find the right answers. So just give me a second here now. Okay, so the next set of the question we will be doing is MCQ, or you want to do more reorders? Just let me know, guys, quickly. You want to do more reorders? Is that okay? We should move to the next item type. Tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, moving to next, fine. Okay, just a moment here. Okay, here you got. I got 5. Oh, no worries. It's okay. It's okay. Sometime it's a learning phase. Yeah, then everyone, it's a learning phase. So even you're doing mistake, it's good that you're doing mistake in the practice sessions only, so that you just learning more, right? So don't feel bad about it or something like that. It's another chance to learn the things better. That okay, now I just use this technique, but this is actually not working. So I have to think from this perspective. You know, this is how you can learn more. Okay, let's talk about here multiple choice, multiple answer. This is going to be 2 to 3 question in your reading exam, right? And a text will be there, a question will be there with the multiple options, and you have to select more than one response. So here more than one response is correct. So that means you are selecting one or two, two or three responses depending on the answer and the explanation to that answer. The score is coming to reading only, and the text can up to 300 words as well, right? And whatever option you will be selecting, it will be highlighting in yellow. There is a negative marking in multiple choice, multiple answer. Remember that, multiple answer. So you won't be selecting any option you are not sure about. If you are selecting any option and that's become incorrect, you're getting -1. It's very important to just be sure about the options so that you're not marking anything which you're not sure of. If you're making it, you see, this is how the calculation of the negatives, like you mark one option right, one option wrong, your answer will be like in minus, negatives, right? Even you have to receive one positive, but yeah, that will be deducted with the negatives, and that's how the answer will be in negatives. And as you know, there is no individual timer, so you need to take care that you're not spending too much time on the questions, because you will be having 2 to 3 question, and you see one option maybe it's having 2 options, right? So potential of the question is 2 marks, but yes, one option out of 4 or 5 given, it's easy to find. So just mark that option. If you're feeling like I'm taking too much time, so just mark that option and move to the next question. That's the best possible thing you can do, right? And when you get the question, you need to skim the reading, right? Firstly, you have to go through the question, read the question, and then go to the options. You see here, this is how your question will be on the screen in the test. So you read the question, see what it is asking, and then after go to the option. From the option, find your keywords. This is what I told you with MCQ. And then start skimming the reading. Go to the reading passage given. Now go there, and whenever you get the any key option, which is a key word which is there in the option and you're getting it in the passage, there read it very carefully. You need to scan it down and then see if that option is same as given it is in the text or it is different. If it's same, maybe it is in a paraphrased way, mark that option. If it's not, eliminate that option. Now this is not the option, right? So same way, you won't be getting the same words written in the passage, you will be getting the paraphrasing, but the keywords you will be taking from the options mentioned. Like these are the 5 options, you will be picking up the keywords from the options here, like this: multi-grade classes, schools, mixed ability classes, multi-grade classes. So these are how you will be picking an option from each and word from each option, and then looking into the passage where you're getting these options. So wherever you're getting these options, you have to understand what is written in that context. If it says multi-grade classes, what they have given in regard to the multi-grade classes, then you can understand better if I'm going to mark this option or eliminate this option. Goes same strategy you need to follow with every option, and don't spend too much time here, right? It's very important that to watch your time, because you know that there are all different questions where you need to spend more time sometime, and it's like they are very important as well. They give me marks to the other item type as well. So it's important to spend some specific time. Say I'm spending 1.5 minutes on one question of MCQ multiple answer, right? Or I'm spending 2 minutes on every question of MCQ multiple answer. So just make a strategy first so that you're not running out of time, because just because of these questions, it is not going to be that I'm missing marks for the reading and writing, filling in the blanks, which I'm about to do, and there are 5 to 6 questions having 5 to 6 option in each, right? So this is why you won't be wasting time. You need to keep moving, and remember, negatives are there, so just marking the right option is the only best thing you can do. Otherwise you're losing that mark as well because of the marking criteria, which states negative for the wrong answer. All right, so now we will be practicing few questions of the same category and then moving further, right? So just give me 1 second. I'm picking up few questions quickly for you. So in exam, there will be 2 to 3 questions. So I'll be picking up 2 questions of the same category, say 3 questions, and then we will be moving to the single answer and practicing those, right? So this is not so difficult. Try to pick up something easy. Just bear with me another 1 minute and I'll be showing you the screen with MCQ. Just a moment. Okay, here I'm sharing the screen with MCQ multiple answer and you will be doing it. The 3 questions of the same and very simple, not having much difficult options, very easy. Let's see how you do these questions. Okay, here you go. Sharing the screen. Okay, this is the first question on the screen right now. According to the study, the more injuries were from hiking, sledding, watercraft, snowboarding. And there is the paragraph above. Now we don't have a sentences, we just have words. That's a bit easy. So now just see and tell me which options are right. So more than one option is correct. It's a multiple choice, multiple answer. But remember that there is a negative marking. So be sure of the option and then only mark it as answer. Send your answer, guys. It's like you're taking long. That's what I explained, that if you're taking too long for one single question, so how it's going to affect your scoring.
This is a multiple answer you're saying.
Yeah, it's written out there. You see MCQ multiple answer.
Okay.
Okay, so Ashmita, 2 marks. Shifa, Okay, I told you just mark the option you're sure about. So 2 answers are right, but 1 is wrong. So 2 minus 1 and your score comes to 1. Sukhdeep 1 mark, Kimberly 1 mark, and Vinod 2 marks. Harshita -1 because one option is right, one is wrong. Taran, it's 1 right and 1 wrong, so -1. Before marking your answer, look carefully what the question is about and what are the options are saying. So it says, just send your answers. I'm waiting for other students. So who haven't sent the answer yet? Look how you send the answers. There is no H option. Where is H mentioned? Nowhere. So the first two, oh, no. Okay, it's 1 now. It's 1 now. 1 mark only, look. Yes, Sukhdeep, that's right, 2 marks. The students who are pending with their answer, kindly send them. According to the study, the more injuries, the word more, where you need to focus here, more injuries were from. Then there are options. One option is very clear, and I'm happy that you are not sending any wrong option with that if you're sending one only, because you will be securing that mark and that mark will be given to you. So, but you know that more than one option is correct here. And the other option you have to select very carefully by reading it. Okay, what is the one option which is right here, guys? Which is very clear.
D.
Yeah, that's D, where it says more people got hurt in snowboarding than any other outdoor activity, right? So that's right. D option, snowboarding. And after that, you are giving me option as A and B. That's what the options you are giving as answer. You need to keep yourself mute, guys, please. Okay, so, but the right option is, okay, there I got the, yes, Kimberly, that's right. But you need to take at least chance here. Okay, Harshita, that's right. Kimberly, that's right. So guys, it's D. First of all, we know that it's snowboarding, and second option is B, sledding, right? So D and B is the option. Hiking is not an option. Hiking is not an option where
But
more
ma'am,
people get injuries
ma'am,
from.
I have a question in this.
Mm-hmm.
From the last 3 lines, if
Mm-hmm.
we say snowboarding followed by sledging, and then hiking comes after that, like so. Do we
It
select
says 26%, nearly
yeah,
26% of injuries. So
from
the more
snowboarding?
injuries never count 26. 26%,
Uh-huh.
you see. So it can't be counted as the more injuries.
No. When you read the last, it says nearly 26% of the
Okay, from where to where I need to
followed
read?
by sledging, and then hiking. So should we select
Hiking, mountain, but it says no, you need to go into this one first. Greenspan said from here, just read it through and see what it is saying, what it is stating. Just read it once, understand, infer the meaning, and then see. Still you got the same doubt or something like that, or it's like you getting it?
Still, I'm having the doubt. That's why I was.
Okay, let's do it. Then snowboarding is the one option. Let's start from the beginning. What it is explaining that accounting for a quarter, we know that snowboarding, and then trailing snowboarding. Then this is another activity they mention are sledging and hiking. Researchers at the Center of Disease Control and Prevention report in journal this and that. The most common problems were broken bone and sprain, accounting for half of all cases. We want people to participate in outdoor recreational, but we want people to recognize that there is cause for concern and people can go do get injured. And she said injuries can be avoided through planning and preparation, making sure your fitness level and skill match the activity and using proper equipment like helmet. Greenspan said the study is the first to look at injuries from all activities instead of individual sports and geographic area. The researchers looked at data on injuries from outdoor activities treated at 63 hospitals in 4 and 5. About half of those injuries injured are young, between ages 10-24, and half of the injuries are caused by falls. Males are injured at twice the rate of females, but the research didn't look at the reasons. Nearly 26% of the injuries were from snowboarding, followed by sledging, hiking, mountain biking, personal watercraft, water skiing, or tubing, fishing, and swimming. All right, so if you got the 4 option here, says hiking, sledging, watercraft, and snowboarding. So one option we got here is snowboarding, where they are saying in the starting and here in the sentence as well. And there they're saying the more injuries were from. So that means the percentage is total 26. Out of that, the one being the most preferred one is snowboarding. Then they said it's followed by the sledging. So we just marked D and B as the options here. That means the percentage is in the decreasing, it is in a decreasing slot. It is given like that, right? Followed by. So
you
if you're picking all the 3 options, so your answer won't be
hiking
wrong.
after that. So can't you mark snowboarding, sledging, and hiking the first 3, or you just have to mark 2? Like, how do you know whether?
No. It's like definitely this is how you're gonna know about it, because it says the more injuries. So the first 26 is the total. Snowboarding and followed by sledging is the where you're getting the most injuries, and then comes the hiking, which is the 3rd position. So when I'm picking up the more injuries, I'll be just going with the snowboarding and sledging. I won't be
Okay.
picking up the
So
hiking
you
because
go
it is
only
given.
with the first 2.
Yeah.
You go only with the first 2.
Because the question states, Kimberly, more injuries. So out of 26, if I say snowboarding, people are getting 20% injuries from the snowboarding, then I say that 4% injuries they're getting out of 26 from the sledging, and then followed by the hiking mountain, which is just accountable for another 2% altogether. So it's like the more injuries. That's why you need to understand the question once it was the more injuries for. And you see, I always told you, one option you're very sure about, right? And after that, select the second option by eliminating the doubts. Like if I eliminate this doubt, then which option I left with. So better always to mark the 2 option, because probably the answers are 2 marks, 2 options only, probably the most of the time, right? And out of 4, it's normally the 2 option. If the options are 5, then maybe you can think of the 3rd option. But when there are 4 options, just always think about the 2 option, because as per the question, if it says the more injuries, then we cannot, then we have to always take into account the watercraft as well, right? It doesn't
So
matter like
is
if it
it
says personal watercraft, but they're talking about the same sport activity. But you see, the percentage is on decreasing zone. So the more are snowboarding, and then because I have to select 2 options, then I can also only go with the sledging. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
so are you suggesting that for 4 options, we always look for 2 right answers only?
What do you think? The questions will be same every time?
No, that wouldn't be the case.
Yes. So that what you have to first consider the question itself. If the question is like the same, like something you are mentioning, like the more, so definitely the more, that means out of any number of given, we are just taking out the more number percentage given to something, right? And if it doesn't have such word like that, which is just accountable for some degree or some numbers, so then maybe you just maybe picking up the more option. But I'm just saying the probability. So the probability is more when there are 4 options. So mostly there are two options which are correct. This is a tip I'm giving. This is not one thing I'm just saying, just stick to that, right? But yeah, it will save you from the negative marking for sure. Okay, I noticed that we have 3 correct answers and I'm seeing no more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bino. That's the journal trend I watched as well. 5, then we only have 2 correct and I'm seeing right. Yeah, that's like you can also induce the, you can just get to know the same thing when you are practicing with the more number of the question, right? All right. I'm not getting you actually. What is the second sentence? You're stating an April at less than 5, then we have only 2 correct. Yes, that's right, Binod. That's right. That's my point. Okay, here you go with the next one. It says according to the paragraph, antihistamines is used for. 4 options again, one word, not difficult to pick up. So one option we know that very clear, another we have to eliminate and then reach to the final option. And when can happen? Let me read it as well because it will say. Okay, so answers. -2, Sukhdeep. Manpreet, -1. Lok, -1. One option is right, the later one, but the first one is not right. Ashmita, yeah, one is right, one is wrong. So -1. -1 Binod. -1 Taran. According to the paragraph, antihistamines is used for. Maybe you need to look into the paraphrasing, guys. Yes, Shifa, 1 mark. Why are you writing pain? D is not an option here. It's clearly mentioned that people who have been stung should take painkillers. And if they develop an allergic reaction to the sting, a course of histamines is recommended. It's clearly mentioning something out there. So better you pick the option wisely. One option
Ma'am,
is very.
what's tingle? What's the meaning of tingle?
Tingle is like, you don't know. We use the word tingling, a sensation, sensational feeling of, just like running like
Yeah.
something running in the skin, something like that. So that we call tingling.
Yeah.
So tingle is
Now
that,
got it.
yeah, particular word. Okay, and Binod, it's -1. Harshita, it's one option is right, one is wrong, so -1. And then your answer is this. Okay, so one answer is right, Vinod, which is the later one. And Taran and Kimberly, this is 1 mark. Okay, so guys, you keep changing your option doesn't mean that you're getting to, obviously, some options are right, some combinations are right. So just take your answer as the first time, whatever you are sending. Vinod and Harshita, 2 marks, guys. This is right now. You know, the sentence I just said, it has the answer. You don't have to even look into something other area of the sentence even. If you can understand that, you get it. What is sensitivity? When you feel sensitive to something. So hyper is the extreme degree of that. So that's hypersensitivity. No, this is not right. Look. Okay, so if you're sure about one option here, which option you will be picking up out of 4 given? Just give me one option that if you are picking only one option out of the 4 given, of course it's not D. Of course it's not D. So D to be eliminated. A.
A,
All right.
ma'am.
A,
A.
because it's
Yes.
hypersensitivity.
And how
A.
you will be picking this option? What sentence or what phrase make you pick this option?
It said that if they develop an allergic reaction to the sting,
Mm-hmm.
use of antihistamines is recommended. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that means that because if you have an allergic reaction, it means that
Antihistamines
you
are
are
the drugs
sensitive.
which are used for the
Just talk
allergic
one
reaction.
at a time. So let Kimberly complete, Ashmita.
So then they said uh, if they develop an allergic reaction to the sting, a course of antihistamines is recommended. I mean,
So that's we picked up hypersensitivity.
sensitivity. Yeah.
So we just because this is a like thought-provoking thing that the allergic reaction we just consider it as like a
Sensitive.
person may be feeling hypersensitivity to something because that's a sting. So maybe he's hypersensitive at that time. This is what we just
Yeah.
assumed, right? We thought. Okay, so A option, and then Ashmita, what were you saying?
Ma'am, antihistamines are the drugs which are prescribed for the allergic reaction. That's why hypersensitivity is the correct one.
So basically, it's right, guys. Yeah, whatever the way you are assuming it, I don't know what is the course of action you are taking. But when we feel allergic, there is an allergic reaction. What actually it means that we got sensitive to something. That's becomes the, and we actually when we got that allergic reaction, that means we are hypersensitive to something, and we just take the drug which is not working well our body. It's not gelling up into our body, so it's giving us some kind of reactions to our body, so that become our body is getting too much sensitive in regards to that particular thing. So when that's the time when antihistamine is used for, and after that pain is the eliminated option. Then comes the nausea. Now, if I go after this line, people who have been stung should take painkillers, and if they develop an allergic reaction to the sting, a course of histamine is recommended. Out of nausea and tingle, if I have to pick one option, which go more with the this particular situation of having a allergic reaction,
Tingle.
which actually is of same degree,
Yeah.
same kind of feeling, kind of.
Tingle.
Tingle.
Yes, it's tingle. Of course, it's tingle, because that's what they are kind of paraphrasing of each other. What is hypersensitivity? When we are oversensitive to something, our body start giving reaction to something we just taken in our body. So we just feeling tingling inside our body. That's what the word mean. So that's how you will be picking more options, right? So it's hypersensitivity as tingle. Why it's nausea and pain? Because it's not clearly mentioned, because it says nauseous when you will be feeling nauseous when the poison gets further into the body, right? Which is actually not in the question. And second thing, pain. For pain, it's clearly mentioned that you should be taking the painkiller. So we are just picking up, if we just picking up the same degree of the word, so it goes with hypersensitivity and tingle only, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though tingle is not mentioned there, we have to just understand.
Because hypersensitivity is also not mentioned there. That's what
Yeah.
actually we're getting out after reading the context.
Context, yeah.
So that's what we have to actually do with every question, because no word will be clearly mentioned out there. You know that, right? It will be in a paraphrased way. That means they will be talking about the same thing, but with different words. And we have to understand that sense of this phrase or the sentence.
Yeah, we came to know new thing from this paragraph, that it cannot be mentioned in this one. We have to understand.
I don't get you. I mean, Tarun, this is something obviously allergic reaction. How body will react to allergic reaction? What other way will be there?
Yeah, just we have to understand by reading, but it's not mentioned there.
And one thing is that you actually got that. That's what actually we need to work on. That's it. You are doing
Yes,
it
yes.
on. But because
Yeah.
that's what. Otherwise, how you will be picking an option here? You gave
Yeah.
me answer as pain, and you just missed this thing that painkillers are there for a pain thing. They have clearly mentioned that.
Yeah,
Right?
but
So you're just
later
picking up
I
that
got it.
option first by going after the word, but you need to understand the meaning of the context in which the things are given, because no answer will be given in a same word. Every answer, because it maybe the word is used, but it won't be in the same structure of the paragraph. The sentence structure will be entirely changed, because if they're giving straight away, there is no fun. No one, everybody, it will be very easy for everyone to find the answer, because it's clearly mentioned there. What I have to do, just mention C is the option, D is the option. But actually it is how they will be assessing the language skills, that how well you are in reading skills. You understanding the thing written in different words with different sentence structure, but you're still getting it. That's the question here. That's how you will be getting marks here. Okay, here you go with this one. It says Steve Jobs. I guess we did this question before as well. Yeah, I think this is one we did already. Okay, go after this one. Let's see.
Up so that I can see the last option is not.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, which of the following are not true? So you have to pick which the things are not true about Steve Jobs. He has learned from his biological father. His parents were unmarried when he was born. His surname is of adopted parents. He has a stepsister from biological parents. So we got 5 minutes and I want quick answers here, please. The two things which are not true. Quickly give answers. We got 4 minutes and 1 minute you already used on this question. I guess it's more than 1 minute. Okay, so who sent the first answer here? Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. 1 mark, Kimberly. And look, you need to pick the option which are not true. You picking the option which are true. You are not reading the question.
I have another answer. Can I send it?
Sure. And Shifa 2 marks. And Ashmita 2 marks. Binod 1 is right, 1 wrong. 1 minus 1. Tarun -1. You are doing the same thing as Lok. You're picking up the option which actually true. Read the question properly. Sukhdeep. 1 is right, 1 is wrong. So -1. Kimberly, yeah, 2 marks. Yeah, Tarun, that's right. 1 option. You have to pick the option which are not true. Guys, here. He has learned from his biological father. This is not true because he has learned from his stepfather, Paul, right? Paul Reynolds Jobs. And he showed him how to work with electronics, not the real father who is here, like something John Corral or the Syrian born Abdul, right? So this is not true about the Steve Jobs. Parents were unmarried, it is true. So this is not my answer. I can't pick this option. Both were unmarried at the time when they have Steve Jobs, right? His surname is of adopted parents. So it's true thing. It's not an untrue thing, right? So it's like this is also not the option I can pick up. So these are out of the context because they both are true, and I'm picking up the option which are not true. So he has a stepsister from biological parents. They're talking about they have a sister, but that the parents, the adopted parents, that means the step parents of the Jobs, they adopted a daughter. So he has a stepsister, but that's not from the biological parents, that from the parents who just adopted him, right? So A and D are the options here. I think I'm very clear here. And it's not difficult to pick up the options here with this question because it's very clearly mentioned in here, right? So but basically the trick with the question is not true.
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Yes, Ashmita.
They have mentioned the second child, that Mona Simpson. What about that, ma'am?
Where it is? But you see, the baby was adopted and by this and that and where it is? He stated in his authorized biography that they were parents. They were my parents, 1000%, unknown to him. Unknown to him, his biological parents would subsequently marry, have a second child, novelist Mona Simpson in 1957 and divorce in 1962. So what is that? Unknown to him. He was knowing that he got some stepsister or something like that. He was not knowing about it, right? So we cannot picking it up, right? But here they have clearly stated here, then he was when he was 5 years old, the parents later adopted a daughter Patty, and then Paul was a mechanist for a company, and then came the things that he learned from his biological father. He haven't learned for the biological father, but from the adoptive father, right? So here we can say he has a stepsister from biological parents. That's what he was not knowing about, that girl, that they got married or something like that. Everything is unknown to him, so we cannot pick this option. But this daughter they adopted, the later parents of him, it is there, so we cannot. So it's not true about the Steve Jobs, right? Okay, so here it is all about the today's class. So tomorrow, let's see what we're gonna practice. So that's all for today class. You have got any question, or is that okay with everyone?
It's all good, ma'am.
All right, fine. Okay, guys, that's all. So I'm ending this session. See you tomorrow, yeah, with the next item types we will be practicing. So yeah, that's all. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good day ahead, guys. Bye-bye.
Ma'am.